feeling very scrambled. You know how you look at your calendar and you're like, I don't have anything going on for the whole summer. And then because you thought that, then you're like, oh, but I mean, there's that one thing that one day, and then there's another thing that other day, but they're like random little one-off, oh yeah, that thing. And then you have one, and they all are on the same week. And it's not even this week, it's next week. And also, I just was gone for like 5 days. And when I left, honestly, I did not really, like my kitchen was clean so that there were no bugs, but really nothing else was. And now like every space in my house is like reflecting my mind. It's like not the worst it's ever been, but not great. And everything just feels like very scrambled. So my plan for today is like, and oh, here's the thing is like, I know it will really not take me that long if I just do it. And so I'm working from home this afternoon, and like every hour on the hour, I'm just gonna take 10 to 15 minutes to clean. I have a lot going on work-wise next week, but also every day next week there's something. And so book-wise, Camp NaNoWriMo-wise, welcome to, this is a writing video, I promise. But anyway, there's just, even my words are scrambled. So there's like people texting me every day about things, which is good. It just stresses me out when there's texts on my phone and like messages and DMs that are all unread. And it will take me 5 minutes. It will take me, actually no, it won't take 5 minutes, it'll take 10 minutes, and that's why I don't wanna do it. If I could just answer like, yes, no, cool, whatever. No, I just have to like look at my calendar and respond with a number, you know, for like all of these texts that I have to respond to. So that's on my list too, is to just respond to everyone, but then everyone responds back and then I have to do it again, but this is just life. And then also, with the writing of my book, I would like to, I was just thinking about timeline of things. I think I want to finish this read through by Friday, and it's Wednesday, so I need to pick up my pace a little bit because I'm not even at the midpoint yet, but it's just reading through, like it will not take that long. I just need to prioritize it. Because after the read through is when I'm going to then make my revision plan, and that's something I don't want to be doing during the week next week because it's just crazy. Like honestly, I don't know if I'm gonna have time to write much at all. I'm going out of town for work. I took on this contract video project that I'll be doing things, and then I'm just like working. I could still probably write in the morning, but it's not when I wanna like be using all of my brain power, you know? My plan and hope and dream and wish would be that I can finish my read through by the weekend, and then Saturday, Sunday, I don't have much going on, so I'm thinking I will like make the whole chapter by chapter outline and then implementing that starting next week. That's what you're here for. Okay, hi. This is just a little random segment because that's all I do is just randomly talk about things that you didn't ask for. So I got a payout today, which is my first one from YouTube. But anyway, I'm excited about that, obviously. It was kind of like, there's a lot of weird steps to it because I hit 1,000 subscribers in April. And I had already had the watch hours by the time I got to 1,000. So in order to get monetized on YouTube, you need 1,000 subscribers within a year. I don't know. I don't know if it's within a year. I think the watch hours are just within a year. And then you have to get, I think it's 400. That can't be right. 4,000, a certain amount of watch hours. And I'd hit the watch hours months ago. I don't know how YouTube works. It was funny because I would see channels with like various different subscriber levels, subscriber counts getting the same views as me, and I was like, why don't I have them? Anyway, but I'm grateful for every one of you, so thank you for sticking around. I just thought I would update because I feel like there's a lot of people who are author tubers who are in my audience. Like I know I have a lot of mutuals and people who might be aspiring. So this is the message, is that don't do it for the money. I've been on AuthorTube since February of last year. So like a year and a couple months or something like that, year and a half about. And it took me from the time I was monetized. And so you don't get a payout when you get monetized. So I got the subscribers, I got the watch count. You don't get a payout until you hit $100. And on YouTube Studio, it tells you like, this is how many dollars you're at, but it does that for the month, not just total. Anyway, so I just hit the 100 at the end of June. So like for May and June, I think I got around $50 each month. To give you some idea, I think I probably got a payout earlier than most people do because, I don't know, maybe that's being naive, but I do post about, I would say an average of 3 times a week. Sometimes it's more, but in May and June, it was probably closer to 2 times a week. I only put mid-roll ads on a video if it's more than like 16 minutes long. Usually 20, but if it's like, it just depends on what kind of video it is. If it's a vlog and it's longer than like 17 minutes, I'll put a mid-roll on it. And if it's like a chatty video that's longer than 15, I'll put a mid-roll on it. I haven't been monetizing my live streams, and I'm not gonna monetize them when they're like as I'm live, but I think I'm gonna monetize them afterwards. But I don't know if I'm gonna put a mid-roll in because I feel like if you're doing a writing sprint, you don't wanna watch an ad in the middle of it. But maybe I'll put it like during a part where I'm talking. I don't know. But that's about the amount of content I put out. I don't know, I just thought this was interesting. Is this not something I should talk about? I don't know, I just am going to. Okay, my views range, but I would say like a video I posted yesterday is at like 300 views. And then videos that I posted about a week ago are around 500 to 600. And then videos from 2 weeks ago are really all over the board. 700, 400, 600, 200. But I'd say most of my videos at this point for sure break 400. If they go above 800, that's like a really well performing video. I typically land around, yeah, between 400 and 600. But then I had one video, my AI video, get like 1,000 views. And then I had a couple other videos get like 800. It's kind of all over the place, but that's just to kind of give you an idea. With that amount of like posting and views, I usually leave the month around like 45, 50. And so I haven't gotten a payout until the end of June. I don't know, that's exciting. It's actually, it's funny because the same, like this was today, and then I also got like a bill for something stupid that I did not know I was gonna have to pay. That was like $150, and I'm like, well, there's that money, great. But I'm not gonna think about that. There you go, transparency. Also, I think it's funny because I would say there are no rules on YouTube, obviously, but I feel like about a year ago, I was posting once or twice a week. That's like what my pace was. Which I think is very normal. Like I think most people post once a week or once every few weeks because we're all living also other lives. I'm just kind of weird. I will only write, okay, this is a lie. I will write if there's not a camera going, but posting multiple times a week, it's like, it's honestly, video editing is the least stressful task. I will choose video editing over writing, over going to the gym, over going to work. I mean, I will still go to work where I also edit videos, which is kind of weird. But like video editing vlogs is such a low energy task for me, which I know is not the case for most people. So again, never compare yourself to me ever. But I feel like a year ago when I was posting once a week, I had this image in my head that once I hit 1,000 subscribers and I had the watch hours that I would make like a decent amount and I'd get a payout every month. That is not the case. Like, I don't think you should have to post however many times a week. Like, I feel like I'm trying to supplement my views with how many times I post, because it's like you get paid by how many watches it is. So whether it's two videos that both get 100 views or one video that gets 200 views, it's the same amount of money is what my assumption is. So I just thought that was interesting. Clearly I do not do it for the money, but it was nice to get a payout. I was like, okay. I bought a vlogging camera like a year ago. Like very shortly after I started my channel, I was like, I'll use it. And I actually do use it so ridiculously much. I also use it for contract work that I do. It's just nice to have my own video camera. And so I've used it a few times for other things, but mostly it's just for vlogging. I definitely think I have used it to its investment, but it was like a $700 camera. I'm also like a video person though, so I was probably gonna use it anyway. But like the tripod I have is a certain amount of money, and like I pay for Premiere every month. And in my mind, I'm like, you know, once I start making money on YouTube, it'll all pay for itself. But I do use all of them every day. Pretty much. Like all of the things I pay for, like Premiere and Canva Pro, and I guess this camera. This camera has definitely earned out its money though. But like even my computer, like all those things, do I really need them? No. I do use them every day. It's kind of like buying a TV. You know, it's not like you need that for a job, but you're using that for entertainment. It is just kind of a large expense to like buy. And so that in the moment I'm like, I'm gonna make so much money on YouTube. No, you're not. You're not gonna make any money. But I can get an extra $100 over 2 months. Great. Anyway, that was a lot of money talk. Hope you were interested. Oh, it is 4:44. I'm gonna eat this grape. I have eaten so many grapes. Should I title this video like, how much I made on YouTube, first time getting a pay? No. I could. I get a lot of views. That's how I have found so many like booktube accounts, is by them making that video. So, hi, I'm back. Okay, so let's make a plan. Ready? It's 4:40. I'm going to the pool at 7. I still need to clean my bedroom. The bedroom though does have a pile of laundry and I need to change my sheets. And I would like to get to the midpoint. Let's be bold and ambitious. I'm gonna write until 6. That is an hour and 10 minutes. Then I'm gonna clean my bathroom and my bedroom. And then I'm gonna go swim at 7. Then I'm gonna come back and this video will be done. Okay? Bye. It's 1 hour later, it's 6 o'clock. Everyone, I have a new update for you. White noise lives were changed. I don't know if my book is just good or if white noise, I think it's a combination. I have never focused so much in my life. I just listened to like this playlist on Spotify that was called 10 hours of white noise, and I turned that on. It's helpful because it helps drown out the construction, but also I think quiets. I did get through the midpoint. It took like 47 minutes or something to get through the midpoint. So I think I'm actually exactly at the midpoint, which is, by the looks of it, let me pull it up. Which is actually, so this is how far I am in the actual document. So it's about halfway, but I do think that the second half is significantly shorter, maybe? I'm starting to get into the part of the book that has the things that I knew I was looking out for. So there's some things with this midpoint that like the motives are not exactly clear. And here's the thing about it is often in thrillers, the plots are so big, like the mystery is so big and there's like so many different layers to it that it's hard to come up with it all at once. There's so many noises happening. Let me, sorry. So what I'm trying to kind of get at is like, if an antagonist does something that I'm like, why did they do that? Then thinking about the answer, I'm like, oh, I think I know that it's because, and then I have to run through like every little red herring and plot point to try to remind myself like, where does that fit into this major overarching thing? So it's like every time I run into a problem, instead of answering the question of like, why does this person do that? Because of this. I have to think like, well, I think it's probably because they were involved with this one thing that maybe comes back at this point, but it's not very clear. Like, I'm like, oh, I think I know the answer to that, but I just would need to sit down and think about it. So I'm trying to implement a new policy with myself after I finish the read through and once I get into revision, once I like know that I know it, then every time that I ask the question in my head of why does this character do this, I have to say it out loud. Why do they do it? And I have to explain it, because I think that that's something that I run into a lot, is I don't know what the main antagonists are really doing. I have a really vague idea, and if you were to really press me on it, I know it. It's like when you're trying to start it's like when you're trying to start a YouTube video about NaNoWriMo. This is so niche, but like if I'm gonna do a video about my plans for Camp NaNoWriMo and I start talking about it, then I first have to explain like, okay, well, here's what Camp NaNoWriMo is. Oh, and here's maybe some controversy that you've heard about it. And also here's like other ways that other people do it, and here's some tips, and now here's what I'm gonna do. So the question originally was, what are you doing for Camp NaNoWriMo? But I had to establish all those other things first. So it's kind of similar in my head, where to answer the question of how would they know that she's coming to this party, I then have to answer, well, because this person knew about this thing, and then those other people found out about that, and then one person's working against them to figure out that, and there's like all these other layers to it, but I never actually do that mental work of coming up with the answer. Then I sometimes will miss like, oh wait, there actually isn't a reason for that. I just kind of assumed that it made sense. Am I making sense? I don't think so. But now, once I figure out what's happening, I'm making it a rule, because this would have helped me catch things so much faster. That when I have a question like that, I have to say the answer out loud, and I have to do the mental work every time until it's not hard anymore. Do you understand me? All right, I'm making chicken nuggets currently. It's 6:04. Do you see how I have energy after writing for an hour? Isn't it great? Okay, then I'm gonna clean. You will understand why I feel this way momentarily, but I need to just clean it, and I need to change the sheets and then go to the pool. Hello, welcome to the end of the video. I am fresh out of the pool shower cleanse situation. It looks like it's 3 p.m. outside. It is actually 8. I'm gonna quick edit this video so that it comes up for you tomorrow, but thank you so much for coming with me today. I feel much less scrambled. My room is clean. I've been meaning to change those sheets for weeks. Feel free to judge. Go for it. I am very excited about the progress I made. I feel like I could almost like sit down and finish reading through in like 1 to 3 more sittings. So I'm feeling confident that I can get it done by the weekend. It was so exciting to see, like, maybe I'm actually gonna make $1 off of YouTube. But let me know how your Camp NaNoWriMo is going. We're getting down there. I guess it's only the 10th. We're 10 days in now. Have you reevaluated? Comment down below a $sign. I don't know, I'm feeling rich and famous. So now that everyone is unsubscribed, I will see you next time. Bye.